everyone, welcome back. So this look is going to be my second 80s look. It's going to be my interpretation. It's going to be more of a fantasy kind of thing. It is going to be brighter, bolder colors. So stay tuned and keep on watching. Hi everybody, so this is the look, let me see, we're going to be doing today. The first thing I did is grab on some tape. And I kind of, since I already have my foundation and my powder on, I'm kind of taking the stickiness out of it as much as I can. I'm going right underneath my lower lash line and all the way out. Kind of make sure they're evened out, you know, you have about the same amount of space and stuff. So I put the tape and it's all the way out here. Okay, exactly where we want it. Now I'm taking my CoverGirl eyeshadow, this blue one right here. It doesn't have the name on it in the back, sorry, but it's the only bright, I think it's called Denim Blue. I'm not quite sure. And I'm actually applying it all over the eyelid. And we're adding that little by little. And I'm actually going to start pulling it outward. Like that. See that? So going back in, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go as if we were doing a cat eye, and I'm gonna bring it in from outward inward like that and kind of connect it. You can see that. See that? About the brightness, don't even worry about it. We're gonna go back in and add a lot more color to it. Plus I'm gonna throw another pigment on top to make it more royally blue than it actually is, because this color is more of a, like I said, denim blue. Now what you're going to do is you're going to want to bring it in here. Whatever's left, don't add more. Just kind of bring it down the tear duct like that. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that. I'm just bringing it in. Like so. Okay? Now we're going to go in with a purple. I am using Makeup Forever's number 92. And a really pointed brush just to really get in there and really define that purple. I'm overlapping the two colors. So I'm overlapping the purple right on top of the blue. You can see that how it's starting to form. I'm actually going to go higher than my crease. Again, we're bringing in the purple right meeting it inside the tear duct with that blue right there. So you start seeing how it's taking form like that. And then we're going to go in with a really fluffy brush with more purple and getting right in between the two colors. Really blending them in as much as possible. Going back and forth, back and forth. The key to this look is mostly blending. Take your time with the blending. I'm going in back in with some blue, throwing it on top. Kind of blend out the two colors. There we go. So that's done. And then now I'm grabbing another brush, a 239 kind of thing, and I'm going in with my pink quad, and I'm gonna grab the lightest pink, which is out right there, and I'm gonna start throwing it right on top. And just, I'm using it really flat, and now again I'm bringing in that pink all the way over here. Don't worry if you go through your eyebrow, there's no problem with that. You can see the pink is starting to layer up. I'm going to grab a little bit more of a brighter pink from the same quad and throwing it on top. And the 80s was all about having fun and being all bubbly and, you know, all that good stuff. So more pink. I'm kind of like dabbing it on right where the two colors meet to really kind of blend it. So there it is. Really work on that. I'm going back in with my fluffy brush to still have some purple in there and just blend, blend, blend everything. You can see that. Now I'm going to go in with that blue pigment, and it's the Sugar Pill Royal Sugar, that really true blue. And I'm just gonna dab it right on where the blue already is. You can see that really crazy pigmented blue. And I'm just kind of dabbing it on top, just to give you a pop of color. Now we're all done with that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my jumbo pencil in yellow and throw it right on top of where the eyebrow is. You can grab, I actually threw it some of it on top of the eyebrow, and I'm just going to blend out so our yellow can have more of a popping effect. Now I'm going to grab yellow, and I'm actually going to grab a combination of two colors. I am going to use Max Chrome Yellow, and dab on the yellow on there. Throwing it on top, throwing it on top, throwing it on top. And actually, I grabbed some of my, I used this one, and I grabbed my Inglot palette, and I used the yellow. And I went right on top as well, too, to give it more pigment, so I don't have to work for that yellow color to come out. And I'm going to grab my Makeup Forever lip liner. Is the Aqua Lip in 17C. Let me see if it focuses it. Okay, there you go, 17C. Okay, so rough sketch out of that. There we go. And I'm gonna go in with a spoolie, and I'm just gonna blend out the lip color. You're more than welcome to throw some eyeshadow on top if you feel like you need to seal it. I didn't do that because I just didn't want to do it. It was already pigmented enough. I don't even have any need for it really. And this color is like waterproof, so it's going nowhere. And I know it's probably gonna be cold Halloween day because today's hot. Today's cold already. So sorry, I'm just making sure that the camera doesn't stop on me again. So as you can see, that's so far what I've done. Now I did do a little something. I did go in with some Makeup Forever silver flash color. They don't make these anymore, but they do make the new ones. Their new formula, it's that the one found in the little silver pots like this, but they're multifunctional now. So I threw some right underneath my arc, like the shape of my eyebrow, and since I felt like it was too much, I went in with some of this pink right here, the lightest pink, and went over it, just so I have like a white, like a pinkish reflect. Like that one, because it ain't the 80s without silver on your eyes. So yeah, now we're ready to just peel off the tape, and you can see that really defined, beautiful line on your eyes. I went back in with this silver once again, and I'm actually just throwing it right underneath my lash line. But any silver color will pretty much do. So what I did is I grabbed all the colors and I kind of patted the silver right on top of all of them. So I went really thickly and widely right underneath my eye, and I'm just kind of dabbing on that silver. Now to seal in this creamy consistency, I am grabbing my Tarantino palette, this one right here, and I am grabbing that silver color right here and dabbing it right under just to kind of seal in. Now what I did also was grab some of that powder and throw it right underneath where the other stuff is, where the line is, and I just kind of blended out that color. Come on, focus camera. Because I didn't want it to be too silver to where you're like, what, that's too much. So look at that. And I took a lot of the excess off, like I just want it to be a sheen. Oh, so much blending my eye. Next, what I did is I actually grabbed some of this loose glitter. Now, let's see if I can. That loose glitter right here, this one is in really acid green or something like that. I bought it at Sally's for $1. So, and it was a deal. I was like, yeah, I'll totally get it. Now I'm going in with my LA Splash sealer base eyeliner or whatever thing, and I'm kind of just applying it right below that really sharp line. I don't want it on the line because I feel like the line is a really masterful piece of art that you don't want to disturb it. And then I'm going to go in with a little plastic applicator, grab some of that glitter and put it right underneath there, and it starts taking life. There it is. Now next what I did is I went back in one more time with that sealant and I applied it right underneath my eye, like so. And just get that glitter to connect. Might want to hurry up and do that before it dries out. There it is. Now I went in with my black kohl liner, and I used the Sephora black kohl liner in waterproof. I love this thing. It's only $9 and it's amazingly black. And line it, and I kind of like winged it out a little bit so it kind of connects. So that's what I did. And then next I applied a layer of mascara to both my top and bottom lashes. I applied some mascara to the bottom lash line, and now I am just going to go back out and apply some lashes. I'm going to apply these ones right here. They're all the same, so you see them. They're really nice. Already I added my eyelashes and this one, so all we need to do is just the cheeks and the lip. So for the cheeks, I'm going to use this color right here by Tarte. Is the one in Flush. I'm going to grab just some and really focus on the apples of my cheeks and then pull it outward. And what I'm going to kind of do is kind of create like a triangle form, as you can see, like that, and kind of pull it outward just really lightly, but really maintain the focus in the center. I really don't want to contour how they would have contoured. Now the same brush, I'm going to go in with the chrome, the yellow chrome right here, and add some, and it's going to make it look a little bit orangey, which is kind of what I'm going for. I do have an orange one, but I don't really want to make it too orange. And then I'm going to go back in again with my Tarte Flush and pat it on top. Just even it out. It's okay to look like that. It's Halloween, and then second of all, this is like my interpretation of something, you know, like a fantasy 80s look. So it's really exaggerated. Back in the day, it used to be cool. Everyone's afraid to wear color, and they're all busting Kim Kardashian. So not my cup of tea. Sorry about the music. Like I said, I need to have music in order to do my makeup. Now for the lip, it's really interesting. I'm gonna go do 2 colors. Actually, I was gonna do 3, but I decided not to. Now I'm looking for my lipstick. So I'm gonna go in with glitter everywhere. Oh well. Okay. Dazzle lipstick in Snazzy. So I'm gonna apply some of that. Gonna create that purple base, and I'm gonna go back in with the lip tar in Hoochie. I love the name of this one. And look at that color. That's hot. And I just keep going back and forth to really define my Cupid's bow. And there it is. That's the finished look. Has been my interpretation of my, I guess, fantasy girl 80s look. So if you have any questions on the products I use, I am going to list them down on the drop thingy below, so don't worry about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the look and enjoyed the tutorial. I know it was like done in pieces and everything, but stay tuned, and I'll be doing more makeup looks for Halloween. So if you want me to do a makeup look and, you know, nobody else wants to do it for you, I'll definitely do it for you. Just message me and request it. Alright? Thank you. Have a good one.